My name is Chief Petty Officer Bradley with the United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps, Wolverine Division. Today, I'll be discussing with you the proper method for rolling CDU sleeves. First, you will start out by making sure the blouse is buttoned just as if you were wearing it. Next, you're going to take the sleeve buttons, and unlike if you were wearing it in the winter, you're going to make sure that it is buttoned on the loosest setting here. Do not button it over here. Alright, next step, make sure this is laid out nice and flat with the front of the blouse lying on the deck. Next, you're going to get this folded over to the point where you get a nice little pocket fold here that goes up to about the other end of the sleeve. For me, it is where the name tape and the USSCC tape are barely visible above the fold. Alright. By creating this fold, what you are doing is you are allowing you to roll your sleeves tighter by folding this over as you roll it. Alright. Now for rolling. For the first few rolls, you're going to want to make sure you hold this little folded section in place. Because by holding it in place, you're going to make sure that it doesn't loosen by rolling it, and you keep the sleeve tight that way. So first, you're going to roll it over, making sure that you roll it over like this, so it's the size of the cuff. And you're going to tuck the excess material back inside the sleeve. Make sure the cuff looks even and it's not wrinkled, because if this is wrinkled, all your folds after it will be wrinkled as well. And the same concept goes for every fold you make. Every fold, you have to make sure it's neat, or else any fold after it will never be neat. So you're going to hold this again because the sleeve rolls aren't holding it down very tightly. And you're going to roll it over itself again. So roll it over nice and neat. Now that you have more than one roll in, what you're going to have to do to make sure that you keep the rolls nice and neat is you're going to have to tuck your finger along the inside of the roll and make sure that the cuff hasn't crinkled itself up, but it stayed nice and flat throughout the entire fold. Once you have done that, just tuck the excess material tightly around the cuff. Make sure there are no wrinkles throughout the sleeve roll, except for here where you get the crease, where the sleeve is folded in on itself and making it tight. Now, the next roll again, you're going to fold it over. Make sure you keep it nice and neat and fold it over evenly. Make sure you hold that crease down too. And then once you get it rolled over, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to start tucking your finger around the inside of the sleeve, making sure that it didn't get crinkled up, and if it did get crinkled up while rolling it, fixing it. And then you're going to start tucking the excess material around the bottom of the previous roll. Alright. The process remains the exact same until you get it folded up to a very short distance below the Sea Cadet flash. Now, in order to save time, I already have the other sleeve already rolled to show you what the finished product should look like. You will notice that this sleeve is rolled nice and tight. There are no wrinkles in it, and it is a short distance below the United States Naval Sea Cadets patch. The idea behind it being a short distance below a patch is you want this sleeve roll to rest on the midpoint of your bicep. You want to make sure that at the end of the sleeve rolling, the sleeve is about 4 fingers wide. And as long as you started out with the width of the cuff, and you kept the cuff extended the entire time as you were rolling it, It is impossible for it not to end up this way. This sleeve roll should be tight, even to the point of potentially being uncomfortable. You give up a bit of comfort to look squared away. You'll get used to it. This is how to properly roll the sleeves of the CU uniform. Thank you. Have a great evening.